and welcome to this half an hour quick flow. So if you've missed your gym this morning, if you were running late for work and you only have a couple of minutes to give back to your body, this class is for you. This class we're going to be stretching the spine. We're going to be working into the upper back and yes, the chest, the shoulders, and also the lower back. I've been getting quite a bit of feedback from friends and colleagues and also clients that the spine feels pretty tight in the mornings when they wake up, so I thought I'd create this class for those of you that maybe missed the gym, didn't hear an alarm clock, that have just a few minutes before you can rush into your day. So I encourage you to grab your mat ASAP. Roll it out and let's get going. Okay guys, we're going to start in child's pose. So with your knees nice and wide apart, your toes are touching, knees to the edge of your mat. If you feel like you need it a little bit wider, go ahead. Let's just start with a nice meditative breath, shifting your weight back into your heels. If this is a little bit uncomfortable for you, for your arches, you're welcome to prop yourself up with a few pillows. Otherwise, just sink into this posture, roll your shoulders back, tuck your tailbone slightly under and just engage your core ever so slightly. Bring your chin down to the earth and imagine a tight rope pulling you up to the sky. Closing your eyes here and centering your breath, your thought, and just connecting to your practice. Taking one inhale, bring your arms above your head. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. One more just like that to bring a gentle movement into the shoulders. Inhale, lift the arms above your head. Exhale, draw your hands down towards your chest. And we're going to begin to walk the hands forward to the front edge of your mat. Draw your forehead down to the floor and just crawl your fingertips away from you. So you feel that stretch along the side body. At this point, your shoulders are going to go towards your ears. You're creating room between the ribs, and your tailbone might lift off your heels. Now, we're going to readjust this. We're going to walk the hands back, allow your glutes to connect with your heels, draw your shoulders away from your earlobes, and then cup your fingertips and lift your elbows off the mat. So this is more of an active two-way pull. Child's pose. If you do feel like connecting with the ground a little bit more, begin to roll your head one direction and then the other, just massaging that third eye, the space between your eyebrows and your hairline. And begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Slowly rolling from one side to the other. We have a tendency to rush into the world after we get out of bed. And if you did miss your gym, if your alarm didn't go off, and if you are running late for your first meeting, and you only have a couple of minutes to connect with yourself, to slowly move your body, this practice is for you. So we will move into the lower back. We'll mobilize the lower back as well as stretch the chest, stretch the upper back, and open the shoulders. So we're going to slow it down now and meet in all fours with your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. Spreading your fingers as wide as you can, opening up the webbing of your fingers. Middle finger pointing directly at 12 o'clock, and thumb finger pointing at 10 o'clock. And 2 o'clock. You have two thumbs, don't forget. Now, loop your shoulder, the eyes of your elbows. Let them point towards each other. So it's a slight internal rotation from the upper arm. Now we're going to do a cat and cow. So inhale, look up, draw the chin up to the sky. Allow your belly button to sink to the floor. Tailbone point up to the ceiling. Exhale, draw your chin towards your navel. Curve the spine, feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to your chest. Draw your navel to your spine. Chin to your heart. Really spreading the shoulder blades here. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Pressing your hands into the floor, connecting with the breath. Inhale, look up. Creating a little smiley face with your spine. Exhale, creating a curve like a rainbow with your back. 2 more. Inhale. Pressing that floor down, lifting your heart, lifting your chest, drawing the shoulders away from the earlobes. You can close your eyes here to go deeper. Exhale, chin to your heart, tailbone pointing down to the floor. 1 more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, cat. And release, coming to center. Now from here, we're just going to warm up the wrists. Circle your body any direction you wish. So what we're doing here is we're bringing movement into the wrist, into the palms of the hands. Your palms have, and your fingertips have a lot of nerve endings. So this is a good way to slowly enter into the world, into your day, and reverse. Staying with the breath. You can close your eyes here if you wish to make it a little bit more of a meditative practice. Coming to center. Now from here, tuck your toes under and send your hips back. We're just opening up the balls of the feet, just like we did with the hands, the palms. In your feet, we also have nerve endings. We connect with the earth through our feet. We ground through our feet. So spreading your toes wide, sending your hips back. And it's almost like a sharp, cold feeling that you'll feel in your feet. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. If you feel like lifting your knees, taking the movement a little bit more deeper, you're welcome to do that. You might feel it a little bit more around your ankles, along your Achilles tendons for 3. And 2. And 1, release. Now from here, we're going to release the arches onto the floor. And we're going to step let's do this side first. We're going to step the left hand to the center of the mat. Okay, so the left hand is under the chin. You can lift that right arm up. So I'm going to look away from you for now. The right arm is lifted, okay? You're opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to thread that needle. Hand comes in between the hand and the knee. Draw that shoulder down and step your left hand towards the front edge of the mat. Allow your body to relax here. And just check in with your hips. Square your hips square to the floor. That might mean your right hip has to go back, left hip forward. And stay with this breath. So this is the shoulder opening exercise. You can close your eyes or you can open them. Stay with the breath. Very good. Now step your left hand towards your nose. Press yourself up. Reach that right hand up to the ceiling. Again, open the heart, open the chest. Feel the stretch along the armpit. Don't worry about the hips here. We're opening the heart, opening the chest. And release. Bring the hand down to the floor. Let's do 2 rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, look up, cow pose. Exhale, draw the chin to the chest. Tuck the tailbone, cat. 1 more. Inhale, look up. Ears away from the shoulders. Exhale, chin to chest. And release, coming to center. From here, we're taking the right hand underneath the chin, directly underneath the nose. Inhale, lift that left arm up. Don't worry about the hips here. You just want to open the chest. You'll feel the stretch along the armpits. Inhale, look up. A little twist to open the heart, open the ribs. And then exhale, thread the needle. Take the hand between the hand and the knee. Allow that left ear to connect with the floor. Right hand steps forward, left shoulder on the floor. And here we want to square the hips. So bring the left hip back, the right hip forward. Now you're looking under your armpit. Maybe you're looking up to the sky. If you want to close your eyes here, you're welcome to do so. 3 breaths here. I'm feeling this stretch along my left shoulder and in my right armpit, especially around my left shoulder blade. I'm cupping my right fingertips to make it a little bit more active. If you wish to relax the palm, you're welcome to do so too. One more elongated breath in this pose. And then glide that right hand towards your nose. Press your body up. Palms under your shoulders. 2 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. One more. Inhale, look up. And exhale, chin to chest. Excellent work. We'll do one more posture, seated, and then we'll do one on the floor, lying on our belly. So coming in an easy seated pose, shins are crossing, your weight are into your glutes, and you can move the fleshy bits a little bit so you really feel grounded and connected. And then let's just switch it up by changing the cross of your shins. Now, another option for you is to bring your feet into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. If you're feeling like you just want to add a little bit more of a stretch into the hips. Otherwise, let's stay in our easy seated pose. So inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, draw that left hand down. So if you're facing me, we're going to do mirror image. Your left hand is going to reach down to the floor. Your right hand is going to reach up, opening the side ribs, the armpit, all the way up to the fingertips. Activate your fingertips. Then draw that left elbow down to the floor. So we're feeling that stretch along the side of the body. You can relax your head, close your eyes. And just slowly take sips of air through your nose. Now from here, we're going to switch it up. We're going to take the top hand and draw it diagonally down to the front edge of the mat. Now here, you'll feel the stretch more towards the back, from the shoulder blade, down the back towards your lower back, the side of your lower back. You can relax your head here. Maybe you get a little bit of an upper back stretch, depending on how tight and stiff your back is. Inhale, come back to center, reach the arms up. And exhale, draw the hands down. One more, inhale, lift the arms up above your head. Exhale, draw the right hand down to the floor. Reach that left hand up to the ceiling, Lift the arm up, feel the stretch in the ribs, and then draw that opposite elbow down to the floor, closing your eyes. Now what will happen here in this pose? Your knee might lift. I encourage you to consciously allow the weight of your leg to pull it down to the floor. I'm feeling a juicy stretch along my ribs, all the way up to my left armpit. Softening the neck, the muscles in the face. Now from here, we're going to draw that top hand down to the floor, diagonally across the body. And in this moment, I'm feeling the stretch along the back, my scapular, down the side of my back to my lower back. Creating room, creating space. Two more breaths here. Reminder to release any tension that you might be holding in your forehead, in your mouth or mentally. One inhale, come back to center. Reach the hands up and then draw them down to the floor. Now from here, we're going to go into a little bit more of a movement stretch. Place your hands onto your knees. Draw your hips back, leaning back. So I'm going to turn sideways for you to see. Hands on your knees. You're going to draw yourself back just past your tailbone and draw your chin to your chest. That's a lovely opening of the shoulder blades here, the upper back. Draw your chin to your chest as much as you can. Get to your edge. And then exhale. Forward. So it's a semi-cat and cow movement. Exhale back, and then you go inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Now when we go inhale forward, I want you to think of that cow pose. You're sticking your butt out, shoulders are back, chest is forward, chin is up. Exhale. Curve the spine. Look at your belly button. Inhale forward. And then come to center. Cool. Now, from here, we're going to stir the pot. Okay, so I want you to imagine you're a spoon, your back is a spoon, and you're stirring the pot. So creating circles with the spine in any direction you wish to go first. Really taking your weight to all four corners of your sitting bones. You're also massaging your glute here. And you're working into the hip muscles here, the hip flexors, that ball and socket joint. I'm speeding up quite a bit. Maybe slow it down just a little bit. Take the movement into your chest. So when you go forward, you open your heart. When you go back, you go into that curved position we have just done. So inhale forward and exhale back. And when you finish the last circle, find that reverse motion. Making the biggest circle you can. Don't worry about your knees here. Allow them to naturally move and lift and shift. Bringing the chest, the heart forward. Maybe bring some movement into the shoulders, the spine. 2 more big circles, massaging the glute. We're also massaging those internal organs that live in our belly. And then to center. Now from here, we're going to lie down on our belly. So lengthen your legs out to the edge of your mat, bring your belly button down to the floor, and we're going to bring our arms into Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose, your elbows are stacked underneath your shoulders. Again, your hands are open as wide as the biggest sunflower you've ever seen. The webbing of your fingers are stretching. Your thumbs are pointing at 9 and 3 o'clock. Your middle finger is pointing at 12 o'clock. Open your chest as if you're peeling yourself forward, pulling yourself forward by your elbows. Look forward, look up. And then exhale from here. You can either tuck your toes or keep your arches on the floor. Lift your chest, lift your hips, look under. So it's again similar to cat and cow, curving the spine, looking at your belly button. Exhale, look forward. And then bring the chin to your chest, lift the spine, lift your hips. Now what we're also doing here is engaging the core, lifting the thighs. Look up, draw the heart forward, open your chest. Draw the shoulders away from your earlobes. Like you're bringing your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, open your shoulder blades, lift your thighs. Come onto your knees. Exhale, look up, look forward. And inhale. Lift. Spread the shoulder blades. Exhale, draw the belly down, look forward. One more. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, release. Bring the belly all the way down, chest down onto the floor. Now from here, we're going to swim the arms back, reach the hands back, fingertips pointing back, clasping the fingertips. So bringing your hands together and then clasping your fingertips. Lengthen your legs away. Now loop your shoulders back, chin to your chest to start. Draw your hands away from your spine. So your arms are just floating above your buttocks. Your chin is to your chest. You're opening your shoulders. This is a shoulder opening and a little bit of a scapular compression. Now from here, draw your chest up, look forward, lift your heart, open your chest, pull your hands towards your heel for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Stay with your breath, release any tension. 3, in your face, around your mouth, and release. Bring your forehead down to the mat. And bring your hands in front of your body. Maybe you're relaxing your forehead on your hands. And just feel what that feels like. We'll try that once more. That's quite an intense pose. You might feel your adrenaline rushing through your body. There's also a deeper back bend. We're going into the lower back here as well. Setting up for the next one. So reach your hands forward. Press your palms away and back, swimming your arms. Clasp your fingertips with your thumbs pointing down. And now lengthen your thighs. So pull up your thighs. Make your legs nice and strong. Draw your chin to your chest to start so you can really loop your shoulders back and lengthen the top of your spine. Then, once you start to lift, then you lift your chin and look forward. If you're lifting a little bit higher in the chest, then you look up. Hold it there. Begin to hover your hands just above your butt cheeks. Hold it there for 10, 9, 8. Try not to puff up the belly. 5. Suck the spine in. Suck the belly to the spine for 4. Soften the chin and chest for 3. And 2. And 1. Release. Bring your hands again forward. And relax your forehead on your palms. Stay with your breath. Allow your thoughts to stay present. One more thing, or actually 2 more things, and then we're done. From here, we're going to go back into Sphinx, drawing the elbows under the shoulders, spreading the hands as wide as you can. From here, we're going to go into a dolphin pose. So you're going to tuck your toes under, really tuck your toes under, lift your hips and lift your glutes up to the floor. Now, there is no need for you to straighten your legs here. We're just opening the shoulders and bringing a little bit of weight in the elbows and mobilizing the shoulder blades. Now, from here, begin to shift your weight forward and back. So your hands are on the floor, your elbows are on the floor, your knees are bent, and we're in a semi-dolphin pose. So we're shifting the weight forward and back and forward and back for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Draw the knees down to the floor and shimmy your knees back. Now we're going to go into puppy pose. Puppy pose with your hands reaching to the front edge of your mat. Draw your knees away from your hands. So actually, let's set it up this way. Let's start in tabletop position. Now from tabletop, wherever you're at, walk your hands further forward, cupping your fingertips with your tips of your fingers on the floor. Now, draw your chest down, stick your butt out and back, and draw your chest down. Chin to touch if you can, otherwise bring your forehead down to the floor. Now, in this pose, our elbows are not on the floor, and our hips are not on our heels. So the elbows are lifted and the hips are lifted. Now, if you have tight shoulders, this might be a little bit tricky for you, but I encourage you to really lengthen the arms here. This is a nice shoulder opener as well as a lower back opener, drawing your chin down if you have more room for flexibility, or bring your forehead down on the floor. Stay here for 4 breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Walk your hands back towards your face and press yourself back up. Excellent work. One more thing and then we're done. Now from here, we're going to sit on our back, on our buttocks, maybe face the other way, just to get a different perspective of the room that you're in. Walk your feet, make your feet as wide as the mat. Maybe for some of you who are quite tight in your hamstrings, you have to make it a little bit wider. Also not too wide. Now from here, walk your heels towards your glutes. Take the fleshy bit away so you're really grounded and connected from your sitting bones. Reach your hands up to the ceiling. Now from here, we're going to twist. It doesn't matter which way you twist, as long as you twist to one side. So I'm twisting to the right, but I'm checking my knees so that I don't end up cycling my feet. Okay, you want to keep your feet on the same plane, so you're just twisting in the waist. Then you're going to grab your opposite foot with your opposite hand and then open that top hand. So we're getting a little twist in the lower spine, rinsing out the back, mobilizing into the hips for 3, 2, 1. Now stay here, otherwise lengthen that leg away. So your body might drop down, you're still twisting. You're twisting in the lower spine, at the upper glute and in the lower spine towards the one side. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Drag that right or that knee back to how we started. Other side. Now, for the other side, turn first. Careful that you're not cycling the legs. Turn, draw the navel to the spine, and then reach for that opposite foot. It doesn't matter which side you grab. You can either grab from the inside or the outside of the ankle, and then open that other arm. You can either stay in this position or you can press that leg away to get a little bit more hamstring stretch and to open up the glute a little bit more. Stay here for 4 breaths. For 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Come back up to center. I've got an itchy nose. Now, from here, we're going to reach forward for our toes. Cup your hands over your toes. Now, for some of us, this is where we live. This is what we need. Even if you're flexible, this is maybe what your lower back needs for today. If you feel like you need a little bit more intensity, you're going to step your feet further away from you, allowing your chest to shine forward. Toes are up to the ceiling. Try not to let the feet flop open or in. Try to keep the toes directly up to 12 o'clock. If you need more, you can keep lengthening those legs away, but I encourage you to stay in this position as long as you can keep the back straight, okay? What we don't want to do here is curve the spine. So even if it means you have to come up a lot more to keep your back straight, some of us might need to be here today. Keep the back straight so that you don't end up curving the spine. This is not the purpose of this stretch. Keep the back straight, walk your hands forward to wherever you need to. You can hold onto your yoga pants, you can hold onto your lower limbs, you can hold onto your thighs. If you have the flexibility, hold onto the top of your legs. Shine your heart forward, shoulders away from the ears. And for those of you that really want to advance and who can safely do so, allow the chest to draw completely between the thighs and allow the chin to go down. So now you see my spine is curved, but only because I've gone past this diagonal space where my legs are straight. So you can only curve your spine once you've gone past this diagonal space. Feeling that stretch. I mean, it's not even necessary. If you feel like you want to stay here, that's also okay. For 3 and 2 and 1. Release, coming all the way up. Now just give your legs a little shake, a little shimmy. You can wiggle out your ankles, close and open your toes, and we'll sit back with our shins crossed. Now, I'm not going to let us change the shins again because earlier we did the opposite, so keep this one in front. And we're just going to finish the practice by bringing your hands above your head, bringing your right body to touch your left body consciously, palms together. Draw your hands down to your chest. Draw your shoulders down. We're connecting our yin and our yang, our right and our left, our yes and our no. We're finding that happy medium, positive and negative, the balance of life, up and down, here and there. And as we enter into this day and we go out and create magic, I want you to be encouraged to extend grace and mercy to your neighbor, to your friend, to your colleague, to your boss. You did great. Thank you so much for taking the time to give back to your body. Namaste.